did you first hear the name Nathaniel Sweetwater Clifton?
Oh, great question. I was visiting Springfield,
Hmm.
Massachusetts on a
Mhm.
music tour that I was on. And there was a sign when you get to Springfield that says, "Welcome to Springfield, Mass, home of the Basketball Hall of Fame." And I was like, yes, because I played
My
high school.
right, my brother
Yep,
went to college at Springfield College, so I am very well aware of that sign.
got it. And this was in the mid 90s. And I played high school ball and college ball and still play basketball and loved the game so much. I figured, well, I'm going to go in there. And I saw that there was Earl Lloyd it was mentioned because I was curious. I was a fan of creative basketball, and I asked that question: who was the first to start doing that type of a game where you're using your imagination and bringing something new to every dribble? And little by little, I realized this had a genesis very similarly to pop culture when we talk about the Great American Songbook and or music in general embedded in the blues, and that being such a prevalent contribution from the African American culture, there was a mirrored history and in basketball or in sport. And I thought, wow, so Earl Lloyd was the first to play in a game. Chuck Cooper was the first black player to be drafted, and Sweetwater Clifton was the first African American to sign a contract. How can there be three firsts? So that's what got me intrigued, and I began the journey at that point. A lot of research, a lot of interviews, including, you know, working closely with the NBA and players and individuals who had like the family, Sweetwater family, and the Saperstein family, and so on and so forth. The
Yeah.
Lapchick family. We all have a great relationship still, but over the years they put up with my obsessive behavior, trying to say, "Well, wait a minute, wait a minute. I need to know what happened here. How did this happen?" And over the years, we all collectively were able to put together the puzzle. And then I thought, it's time. I thought I was writing a book. I thought maybe I was making a documentary. And as
Hmm.
my filmmaking career continued to grow, I said, well, maybe maybe I am going to make this into a feature film so that everybody can know who Nat Sweetwater Clifton was.
Yeah. Um, it- this film is to me a little bit different than similar films in the genre, but how would you say it's different from, say, 42 or something along those lines? What did you infuse into the script and the film that makes it a little unique?
It's a great question. The this the sub theme, which interestingly enough, in an unorthodox way, becomes the theme by the time we get to the end of the picture,
Mhm.
is the observance um, of cultural change.
Mm.
I I didn't feel, even though it was during the birth of the civil rights movement, that it was a film that's centric to that. I didn't feel that it was a film centric to the behavior of racism and mindset of that, because I felt that that was intrinsic to the times. It wasn't just
Mm.
basketball. And the one thing that stood out to me was that this was a guy who played a specific style of basketball that had not yet been played.
Yeah.
And so the word change kept becoming a mantra or a touchstone for us as we made the movie, and as I continued to over the years, the various iterations of the script evolved into that being,
Mm.
the main message to embrace the metaphoric concept of change.
Yeah, it wasn't, you're right, because it wasn't, yes, there was the whole desegregation of the NBA, but it was really more of bringing a new creative way to play basketball, and in some would say a much more interesting way to play basketball, to revitalize fans as well. So I love that aspect about it. You have been quoted as saying, we need to evolve quicker as a society. Do you think we are evolving, or do you think we're moving backwards?
I believe that we're about to experience a renaissance in that regard, which
Mm,
will help us move forward very quickly. Renaissance is the result of marination, not just in the creative arts, but also culturally, sociopolitically,
mm,
economically. You have this as a species, uh, our process is to ingest information, understand it emotionally,
mm.
spiritually, and intellectually, and then take that physical step forward.
Yeah.
I do
Yes.
believe, yeah, I do believe in that, and it's growing pains, and we just went through that over the last 6, 5, 6, 7 years.
Yeah.
It was too long,
Yeah.
but I think it's about to bring wonderful rewards. I think we have to go to the edge before we realize that we can jump off that cliff, but we have to do it all together.
Mhm.
And we have to also embrace that as after we jump off that cliff, we're all going to grow wings together.
I actually agree with you. And I've always said you need to take 2 steps back to take a step forward. So
Right on.
I just have to say thank you so much for your time today. I really enjoyed the film. I thought the cast was phenomenal. I just really love the whole storytelling of it. So thank you for bringing this story to film.
Oh, Allison, thank you. Your words touch my heart.
Oh, I'm glad. Well deserved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.
Hit like, smash subscribe, and get notified for when our reviews, interviews, and news go live.